As the phrase do your own research becomes increasingly more popular, me and Gabby wanted to kind of go over what we should be really looking for when we're looking for truly good research online. I graduated from Eckerd College with a bachelor's degree in science and environmental studies and politics. And Gabby?
And I'm Coach Gabby, went to school for a biology degree, and I also have my nutrition certifications and also my exercise certification.
I feel like the biggest part of my degree was just learning how to read papers, be critical of papers, and learn how to build off of them. So I guess where we could start today is, what should we not be doing?
Yeah, so what is not good research? So not great research is going to be any sort of self-proclaimed wellness guru, fitness, wellness, health influencer, especially if they've got a shopping cart in their video. They're just trying to sell you something. Okay?
True.
That doesn't mean that they have any science or research backed by it. Another not great source of research is probably going to be your sister's cousin's best friend's magazine article that she swears by.
True.
Not a great source of research, guys.
And it's not to say like we don't obviously value empirical evidence. It's super important that we take people's real life experiences to heart and we really listen to people about that. But your one singular experience is probably not you putting together a really nuanced scientific experiment. It's probably you waking up and being like, that supplement made me feel nauseous today. There's so many other reasons why you might be feeling nauseous. The only way to really see if there is a true correlation between two things is to set up a full scientific study. So empirical evidence, great, awesome. Maybe don't try to pass it off as pure scientific evidence, just basically based off of what you experienced yesterday.
Right, because
one time.
What's good for the goose isn't always what's good for the gander, right?
Exactly.
So everybody's different. Working in the health and wellness industry, I can give you 20 sources of research that back my claim, and you could rebut with the same amount of research to back your claim.
Exactly.
So it's kind of, it can be a tumultuous area that we work in, but we want to give you some great options for where you should be getting your research, what type of research you should be looking at to back any sort of like health claim that you're trying to prove to yourself, but you're wanting to kind of like bring your friends in on too.
Really, the best things to look for when you are looking for a set of scientific papers is make sure it's peer-reviewed, make sure that they address any confounding variables in the results or discussion section that might have affected the results. So, for example, a confounding variable would be if that friend also drank a bunch the night before and she also took the supplement, she wakes up feeling really nauseous, queasy, and she says, yes, that is the reason I feel bad. It's because of the new supplement. You do have to address that they drank the night before. So that would be a confounding variable that might have some sort of effect on the results of the study. This is not to say that a confounding variable is inherently bad, though. So most scientific studies will have confounding variables. It's just important that you address them. And moving on from there, the best kind of scientists, in my opinion, are the ones that address the confounding variables and say, this is how you could fix the study if done again. And a lot of times, studies are done multiple times because you want to improve on them as you continue working on the research. And usually when it's done by a different scientist, they're going to do it a completely different way and improve on that method. So I think that is a wonderful way to do it. Just saying that, hey, this might have affected my results doesn't mean that you did the research wrong or makes your results completely invalid and just ready to throw out. So it's really important.
Yeah, it's also really important to look at who is paying for the study. It is one of the most profitable areas, in my personal opinion, is going to be the health and wellness area. Everybody wants to make a lot of money. So honestly, looking at who's paying for the study and what they're trying to prove is going to be really important as well.
100%. And on the same vein of what they're trying to prove is pay attention to your own confirmation bias. So if you're like, I really want to prove that this supplement made me queasy, I'm going to find other people that also felt that way. You can easily go on Reddit and find someone that feels the exact same way as you. And that can feel really validating. And that is such a beautiful thing to feel when you feel like you're alone in something. But with that being said, you don't want to sit back and be like, I did it. I did my work for the day. I'm good. Try to find many, many, many different studies. Because really at the end of the day, the point of scientific research isn't to prove your point. It's to try to disprove your point as much as you can. And the more you fail to disprove your point, the stronger your research and your hypothesis gets.
No, I love that you said that. Because that's so true.
Yeah.
Because growing up, we always heard ask 3 before me, right?
Yeah.
And so to go back to research, you should have at least 3 to 5 proving or disproving what you're trying to prove or not. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's cool.
It's like taking all the really good papers that check off all the boxes
100%.
of peer review done by authors that are credible. And if all of them agree with each other, that's amazing. It's very, very unlikely, but if they do, usually that can move more into the space of becoming something that's proven, which is exciting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, that's great. I know some really good resources I know are PubMed.
Love
I know
PubMed.
You get some through your school.
Huge. Yeah.
So, which is really great to know too.
Definitely.
What are some other websites or?
So now that I'm out of college, I do primarily use PubMed, especially because I'm in the fitness and wellness space now. In college, I just used our database that's through Eckerd in my case. So it was called OneSearch. OneSearch will only give you peer-reviewed articles. And usually if you're part of any sort of university, college, you'll have access to that. You can put in anything you want and it will give you quality papers, which is really cool. But in general, if you are in the fitness and wellness space, which if you're watching this video, you probably are. Definitely PubMed is going to be your first place to go. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's .org, never .com.
Yes.
.org.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Yes.